Let us pray. Eternal God of grace and mercy, we invite your presence into this place today as family, friends, faculty, staff, administrators, and honored guests join together to celebrate the achievements of the 2019 graduating class. We ask for a blessing to fall upon those with ears to hear and minds to understand. Bless our speakers' words and thoughts, and give unceasing encouragement to Wingate University so that it may continue its mission of faith, knowledge, and service. Caring God, strengthen the faith of all who are present today and increase their knowledge of what is right, that they may be your faithful servants, sharing your love and compassion with all people. In your great name we pray. Amen.
Be seated. Welcome and good morning. I have a friend of some distant acquaintance who has a family tradition that at their dining table, whether it be for breakfast, dinner, or lunch, there was a vacant chair. That chair was to signify the presence of God. Emmanuel, God with us. We have an empty chair this morning. It's the president's chair. He was taken ill midweek, and the bug is persistent, and he has not yet recovered. The prognosis is very good. I anticipate that he will be back at the job next week and in full service the week after that. I learned that this event is streamed, so I can guarantee you he is watching. Initially, I thought maybe I was under surveillance, but I don't think that's the correct word. He can't be here in person. He can be here vicariously, and he is here electronically. I bring you the best wishes and congratulations from the entire Board of Trustees of Wingate University. There are several members of the board here to join in your celebration. On momentous occasions like this, good advice usually includes to stay in the moment. It's a once-in-a-lifetime. Enjoy it. Don't look back, and don't anticipate tomorrow. That's good advice, and I want you to ignore it. For I want to take you back 100 years and over 400 miles from where I stand to a kitchen table where a 6-year-old boy was having breakfast on what was to be his second day of school in the first grade. I don't know what was being served, but I am certain it was not Fruit Loops. His name was Joe Howard Anderson. Sometimes in the middle of that brief repast, he announced that he would not be returning to school that day, or in fact, any other day. His mother asked him why not. His response then and now brought smiles into the room, for he declared in no uncertain terms, "I done learnt." And in many ways, you're like that 6-year-old. You have done learnt. There are lots of things you have yet to learn. You will need to work productively with that coworker you neither like nor respect. You'll have to learn to put up with a supervisor who has no understanding of what your job is and what you're dealing with. And if you're really blessed and have children, you will learn to keep loving someone who has disappointed you greatly. Let me return to Joe Howard. He went to school that day. Parents had more persuasive means at their disposal than they do now. He went to school lots of days. He graduated from high school, from college, got a job, married, raised a family, went back to school for a master's degree, and rose to the second highest level of his chosen field in his community. No less is expected of you. There's one more thing I have to say and that you need to hear. This is probably the first time in my life I've ever called him by his first name. For Mr. Anderson was my high school principal. And now I want to turn us to the attention of your commencement, and let this be the best commencement ever, because it is your commencement. We now move to the presentation of awards. The Bud E. and Ethel K. Smith Award is awarded annually to the graduating senior judged to have made an outstanding contribution through leadership of fellow students. The winner of this year's award is an exercise science major from Charlotte, who has led in many ways during her years at Wingate. She has guided pledges as president of Sigma Gamma Rho sorority, ensured Welcome Week and Springate were as fun and meaningful as possible as the director of student traditions for the Bulldog Activities Resource Committee, and made her fellow students wint and grunts as a group fitness instructor specializing in body combat and boot camp. She is headed to the University of Kentucky in the fall to study kinesiology with a concentration in health promotion. Please join me in congratulating Tanika Rose Santos McSwain. The C.C. Burr Award is presented annually to the graduating senior woman who represents the ideals of scholarship, leadership, and service. Because the resume of this year's winner runs roughly the length of War and Peace, I'm going to give you an abbreviated version. A standout middle blocker on a Wingate volleyball team that reached the national quarterfinals last fall, this political science major and honor students from Lincoln, Nebraska, has been an All-American as well as an academic All-American. She won the university's Outstanding Student in Political Science Award in 2018 and has received a $10,000 NCAA postgraduate scholarship, and has served as a Gateway peer mentor and research assistant for 2 of her professors. She's been on the president's list every semester, and in February, she will take a hiatus from her master's program in international economic development at the University of Pittsburgh to go on a Fulbright in Brazil. Oh, and she's volunteered with at-risk youth in her hometown with Girls on the Run here in Union County. Ladies and gentlemen, Anna Catherine Holmquist. The Aef Hendrix Award is presented annually to the graduating senior man who represents the ideals of scholarship, leadership, and service. This year's winner, a marketing major from Kempten, Germany, is a man of many talents. A captain on the Bulldog swim team, he has competed in 4 NCAA championships and has been a first-team All-American as well as an academic All-American. Marketing major with minors in entrepreneurship and mathematics, he has also started 4 businesses, including one while he was still in high school. As a member of the university's ad team, he designed the One Day, One Dog website and received a national award for an online platform he created for Dr. Debbie Brock's Social Entrepreneurship Initiative. He has been a peer tutor, and Dr. Barry Cuff ranks him as one of the top 1% of students he has taught in the past 20 years. Please join me in congratulating Nicholas Martin. The Fred H. Allen Award is presented annually to the graduating senior judged to have exhibited outstanding Christian leadership and to have been involved in significant Christian service projects. This year's winner exemplifies that spirit. A human services major from Statesville, North Carolina, she switched her major in order to better serve her fellow man. And she has spent the past 4 years doing just that. Through the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, she has twice visited Haiti to help children orphaned by the 2010 earthquake. She worked in a food pantry for the university's Wingate program and has worked on countless local service projects. She spent her spring break this year caring for the unfortunate in Jamaica at the Missionaries of the Poor Monastery, a mission trip she helped organize. She has been an orientation leader, director of membership of the Bulldog Activities Resource Center, a peer mentor, and a presidential ambassador. She's also led weekly Bible studies and worked with the Office of Student Ministries. Ladies and gentlemen, Kirby Dean Goodman. The Jerry and Alice Sarepta Award is presented annually to the graduating senior who's made the most significant contributions in the area of international education through scholarship and service. This year's winner, from Ridge, New York, majored in communications, but she has put her all into her Spanish minor. She worked on mastering Spanish during a language immersion course in Costa Rica in the summer of 16. In the fall of 18, she studied abroad in San Sebastian, Spain. A student assistant in the Office of International Studies, she plans to continue interning in that office while she pursues a career in international education. Please join me in congratulating Daniela Lee Nuke. I have been informed that I'm out of order and that we will now have a performance by Mr. Potter.
Jesus, ain't that good news, good news. I got a harp up in the kingdom, ain't that good news, ain't that good news. I got a harp up in the kingdom, ain't that good news, ain't that good news. I'm gonna lay down this world, put my shoulder up, my shoulders, gonna take it over to my Jesus. Ain't that good news? I got a robe up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I got a robe up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I'm gonna lay down this world, my cross, gonna take it home to my Jesus. Ain't that good news? Good news, good news, good news, that's good news, ain't that good news? Good news. Ain't that good news? I'm gonna lay down this world, gonna shoulder up my cross, gonna take it home to my Jesus. Ain't that good news? Good news, good news, good news, my Lord. Ain't that good news? Good news, my Lord. Ain't that good news?
profound apologies to Professor Potter and his excellent group of musicians. I appreciate his understanding. This is really the first time I've ever done this. We now have the presentation of Excellence in Teaching Awards. The Deborah Neal Award for Excellence in Teaching is presented to the faculty member who has served with distinction in the classroom and has been a member of faculty for 8 years or less. This winner pushes herself and her students to the limit. And in one of more 30 student research projects she has supervised since coming to Wingate in 2012, the student and her professor pushed me to the breaking point without ever actually letting me break. She redesigned her department's clinical education courses to not only be more efficient and effective for the students, but also to be better aligned with the accrediting body standards. In addition, she wrote and implemented a clinical education manual that has served as a great tool for students. She's always driven to make her students the best they can be. Says one colleague, she challenges her students, but provides support and encouragement to help meet these challenges. Please join me in congratulating the winner of the Deborah O'Neill Award for Excellence in Teaching, Dr. Brandy Clemmer. The Charles and Hazel Courts Award for Excellence in Teaching is presented to a faculty member who is nominated by students, faculty, administration, and alumni as deserving of special recognition for meritorious teaching. One student, weary of math classes in general, dreaded calculus, but wound up taking 4 semesters of math because of this professor's excellent teaching. Her kindness, patience, and knowledge have opened students' eyes to the beauty and the wonder of mathematics. Students leave her class understanding math's relevance in their lives. Says one student, she teaches in a way that you will understand and retain the material, not just for one test, but for all of them. Please join me in congratulating the winner of the Charles and Hazel Courts Award for Excellence in Teaching, Dr. Leora Brizendine. I will now ask the Provost to please escort Mr. and Mrs. Amos to the podium. What does a military hero look like? Hero is defined as a person who is admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. This morning, we're honored to host a genuine military hero. During his 42 years of distinguished service, General Amos commanded, among other operations, 15,000 Marines of the 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing during both Operation Iraqi Freedom campaigns, 45,000 Marines and sailors of the 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force at Camp Lejeune, and was subsequently appointed the 35th Commandant of the United States Marine Corps. The first Marine Corps aviator to serve as Commandant, a role he served during the Obama administration from 2010 until his retirement in 2014. Amos's personal decorations include the Department of Defense Distinguished Service Medal, the Navy Distinguished Service Medal with Gold Star, Defense Superior Service Medal, Legion of Merit with Gold Star, Bronze Star, Meritorious Service Medal, Joint Service Commendation Medal, and Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal. Among his other accomplishments, in 2012, Amos partnered with key members of Congress and brought a national recognition to the service and sacrifices of the Corps World War II African American Montford Point Marines with the awarding of the Congressional Gold Medal. Bonnie Amos was a recent graduate working in a local bank in Florida when she met her future husband, while he was a Marine fighter pilot in Pensacola. Their friendship blossomed into a successful 48-year marriage. 42 of those years Bonnie spent as a military spouse. Over the course of Jim's career, the Amoses moved 30 different times to 20 different locations. Their final move to Charlotte, North Carolina, where Bonnie and Jim say they plan to stay. Bonnie's been a longtime advocate for veterans, military spouses, volunteering in support of family readiness at numerous installations, and championing wounded warriors and their caregivers. She serves as a senior advisor and spokesperson to Hiring Our Heroes, an organization committed to educating job seekers and employers across the country on the skills and values of veterans and spouses that bring companies into businesses. Bonnie has also worked in banking and real estate. Bonnie's strength of character, her own call to serve God and country, and her commitment to her family sustained her husband and their 2 children through his course of 42 years of active service. This morning, it gives me great pleasure in conferring an honorary doctorate of humane letters from Wingate University upon General Jim Amos and Mrs. Bonnie Amos. Our keynote speaker this morning has one of the highest profile assignments in Washington, and he's one of the busiest men in the nation's capital these days. Richard Burr has represented North Carolina in the United States Senate since 2005. Now in his 3rd term in the Senate, he's currently chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, and next year he's in line to chair the influential Senate Education Committee. Before being elected to the Senate, Mr. Burr served 5 terms in the House of Representatives. Senator Burr is a vocal advocate for our men and women in the military and their families, and for the growing population of veterans across North Carolina. He's also an advocate for education. Among the legislative accomplishments he's proudest of is the passage of a bill to fix a long-standing inequality in how federal education dollars for teacher salaries are added for schools. As a result of Burr's leadership, North Carolina now receives $24 million more in federal funding to be able to hire more and better trained teachers. Senator Burr grew up in Winston-Salem, went to Wake Forest University, where he played football and majored in communications. Upon graduation, he worked in the lawn equipment company based in Winston-Salem for almost 2 decades before he was elected to Congress in 1994. A little history lesson here. The senator is the 12th cousin of Aaron Burr, the former vice president and U.S. senator, most famous for killing Alexander Hamilton in a duel in 1804. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Richard Burr. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, there are some people today that would like to see me on the other end of that too. What a great day and what a wonderful occasion. I want to thank you for the kind introduction. I want to thank the chairman. I want to thank the Board of Trustees, the alumni, and distinguished guests for allowing me to be your speaker today. I want to take a moment of personal privilege to say to each and every one of you that I can't think of two more deserving people to be recognized by this institution and by the country than Jim and Bonnie Amos. Would you please give them a round of applause again? Now, let me be the first to say to you on this 123rd commencement of Wingate University and on leaving as the class of 2019, this is a great day for all, and I'm pleased to share it with you. And I'm envious because I wish I could do it all over again right now myself. While your diplomas will say the name of everyone graduating today, it leaves out so many names. Those of your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your pastors, your coaches, your teachers, and so many more who encouraged and guided you on this journey of personal accomplishments. Be thankful for them and be sure to tell them today about the impact they had on your life. It'll seem like a small matter to you, but as a dad and a grandparent, and as one that is currently this weekend babysitting for a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and the 3-year-old got up and crawled in my bed at 5 a.m. this morning, trust me, it will mean a lot to those that you thank. I'd also like you to consider how quickly this day came and how fast it will pass from your eyes. These moments, important and memorable moments in your lives, will always go faster than you're prepared to experience them. That's what makes this a fabric of your life on which you'll look back fondly. In looking back, rarely do we ever view these important moments, graduation, weddings, births of child, and consider them to be long affairs in terms of time. On the contrary, we tend to view them as happening faster than we would like for them to. They're snapshots of our lives, your life, which pass in a moment. So enjoy the experience while it lasts. I'd also like to take a moment and reflect on how you'll spend tomorrow and the following days once you walk out of Wingate University with a diploma. For many of you, the path is already planned. You either have a start date of a new job or for classes for an advanced degree. For others, the next step isn't mapped out yet. One thing you'll all share in common, however, is that the world is unfolding before you. And the promise, and I believe the caution, we should view the pace as the pace of innovation and its ever-increasing role in our lives. In a normal course of events, our lives move faster than we'd like. With technology, our lives are moving even faster, oftentimes without even noticing. The challenge before you is how well you adopt and accommodate that change. For I believe that will, in many ways, determine your life success, your personal and professional success. Just last year, the World Economic Forum published a study examining what they call the fourth industrial revolution and what it means for jobs of the future. Their study, a must-read for your generation, in my opinion, shared the 4 drivers of change that were contributing to the disruption in our lives. 1, high-speed mobile internet access. 2, artificial intelligence. 3, widespread use of big data. And 4, cloud technology. When cloud technology is mentioned, most people my age look up. What a generational difference we have. Although the study found that a net creation of 133 million jobs globally would be created by this disruption in the coming decade, this came at the expense of 75 million traditional jobs that are no longer needed as traditional positions are automated. The study recommends that today's workers, of which you'll soon be in the ranks, must adapt, and not necessarily with formal education, but through a lifelong commitment to informal learning and adaptation. Additionally, the study recommends your generation improve soft skills, such as interpersonal relations and the ability to interact with others. The layman's term of that, take the earbuds out of your ears and talk to each other and listen. With great promise comes great change. As a general matter, these changes are good for you and your fellow graduates. This is a world that's moving quickly, and you stand to benefit in ways that recent graduates of universities and others haven't. Consider for the moment that a smartphone in your pocket simply didn't exist 15 years ago, or that a desktop computer was the only way to access the internet until just recently. The introduction of these conveniences has made many of life's tasks easier and more efficient. In 1965, Gordon Moore, who founded what would become Intel Corp., espoused the idea known as Moore's Law. And that was that a chip and components that make up computers of his time would continue an exponential doubling every year that would make them more powerful and dense in space, thus allowing for even greater computing power and processing. At the time, this seemed an audacious prediction. Yet in retrospect, what's most startling is how much he underestimated the growth of computer components and how they'd come to dominate our lives. In 1965, there were 64 transistors that would fit in the world's most complex computing system. Today, there are more than 10 billion transistors that fit in a basic computing device. The task before innovators isn't as much about how much we can store in a computer chip, but how chips can be made more omnipresent in our lives. But the question I raise with each of you today is whether you'll be prepared to accommodate the world that's moving that fast right before you. Additionally, will the structures and organizations of our democracy be able to accommodate rather than stifle those efforts? I'm reminded of a story in the 1970s during the later periods of the former Soviet Russia, where a classic Russian drink, kvass, grew in popularity throughout Eastern Europe and Soviet portions of the world, to the point that the Soviets, which had not produced kvass domestically and decided to do so as a means to improve their faltering economy, Western manufacturers were taking the recipe and marketing it for sale around the world. The Soviet Union tried to take control of all aspects of kvass production. They automatically opened up government-run facilities through fermenting, carbonating, canning, yet at every aspect of production, their outdated and inflexible infrastructure could not keep up with the popular demand. As the LA Times put it at that time, the fiasco began in 1969 when the Russians bought a production line for kvass. However, cost of the equipment was almost 3 times that of the original purchase price. The cans could not take the internal pressure of pasteurized carbonated kvass, so quickly shed the luxury of pull cans. Instead of 4,000 cans an hour as planned, 4,872 cans were produced, but it took 4 months. 2 years of attempted remedies did not work, and today, 1976, there is no canned kvass. Slow to realize the need, inflexible to emerging demands for the public for a new product, because it tried to produce that product by using creaking, outdated technology, all while lacking the know-how how to produce it, its people suffered. Something so simple, the production of a soft drink, could not be achieved because the architecture surrounding that country was outdated and inflexible. This isn't to be critical of just the Soviet Union, though I wish them no good today, since their outdated architecture became obvious enough that it crumbled rightly at the end of the last century. I'd also share with you the Wall Street Journal article that titled "Patent Lag Technologies, Fast Pace Leaves Federal Agencies Far Behind." In that article, it describes the lack of know-how about the products that the U.S. federal government is reviewing for approval. Devices that save lives, ordinary household goods, and so forth, and the large backlog in waiting for approval of all these products. The article, I must share with you, wasn't written recently. It was written in 1963. While this explosion in growth of innovation has created innumerable products to make lives better, the architecture to accommodate it is still largely stuck in the 20th century. As you can imagine, if the federal government was struggling to keep up with the pace of innovation in the age of black and white television, it hasn't fared much better in today's world of artificial intelligence. Bringing a life-saving drug to market can take nearly 10 years of approval by the federal government. Today, even by U.S. patent standards, there exist over 500 to 1 million patents backlogged at any given time. Much of this will be out of your control, since the infrastructure of government, medicine, education, and so forth will need to adapt, but it won't do so on its own. As citizens in this industrial revolution, the international competition it will bring, you'll have your own responsibilities in order to succeed. And that's how these foundations of society, those that remain outdated to the present challenge, will change from within. They'll be forced to change. I don't have the answers for your journey in this regard. I'm still trying to figure out some of my own answers. But one aspect is continuing to seek continual learning. Continue to adapt to the changes as best you can. Additionally, this is a bright moment in our history because it presents so much opportunity for you and your generation that as long as you look forward with an active eye and eagerness to learn and adapt, there's no way you can look back without a positive memory of the process. The beauty is the paths are numerous. Opportunities to choose from are boundless. In closing, I want to assure you, none of this will become obvious in your lives. There's no blinking sign that tells you to turn this way. There's no do not enter sign that keeps you from making bad decisions. I found that the most successful people in life and those that remain successful in the coming period of innovation are those who find things they love, but also find things to love that they'll engage their curiosity, activate our natural impulse to do good in our communities, and continue learning throughout our lives, even after we've passed through commencement, as you're about to do. It might not amount to everything that equates to lifetime success, but it's a start. And I encourage you to try after you leave here today. De Tocqueville said about America, America's the greatest country in the world. And when de Tocqueville was asked to define what he meant, he defined it this way: the American people have the capacity to give of their time and their resources to help anybody in need. De Tocqueville never mentioned government, state, local, or federal. He talked about the fabric of the American people. And you know, I think he was right, because when we look around it, we see it every day. And the responsibility that we have as graduates is not only to use the education we've got to be successful, but it's also to make sure that the fabric of this society is intact, that we've learned from those before us that we have a responsibility to give back, that quality that de Tocqueville saw. I'm convinced that each and every one of our graduates today has seen that in the examples that parents and coaches and teachers have set for you. Never forget your responsibility to play that part wherever you might end up and whatever you might do. But the thing we forget about so often is that this is not passed in our DNA from parents to children. That the next generation, your children and your grandchildren, my grandchildren, will learn it from the examples they see of us. That this is not a passive participation, it is an active participation on your part. The need to change government is huge. The need to teach the next generation is even bigger. Leave here today with an understanding and a commitment that you've been prepared to do both. And with that, let me be the first to congratulate you on leaving as the class of 2019. Godspeed.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Liberal Studies, and Bachelor of Music please stand and approach the platform? Candidates, to assure that you have memories for a long time, pause when you get your diploma for a picture with our chair of the board. Mr. Chair, on behalf of the faculty, I present the following candidates who have completed the requirements for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Liberal Studies, and Bachelor of Music. Clementine Archinode. Brianna Jordan Bias. Caroline Marie Boyke. Gabriela Cabrera. Brianna Moniz Carter. Brittany Crutchfield, cum laude with University Honors. Noah Daniels, cum laude. Claudia De Andres, cum laude. Kelsey Payton Doss, magna cum laude with University Honors. Andrew Thomas Eubanks. Dalton Gregory Fincher, magna cum laude. Abby Caitlin Frail, summa cum laude. Shannon Lynn Gavin. Hannah Catherine Givens. Kayla Michelle Graham. Anna Catherine Holmquist, summa cum laude with University Honors. Kendra Rebecca Quincy Holt. Molly Rebecca Hudson, cum laude. Keegan Trinae Jackson. Leanne Elizabeth Mansfield, summa cum laude with University Honors, H.K. Helms Award recipient. Lauren Victoria Mason, summa cum laude with University Honors. Ryan Christopher McKeel, summa cum laude. Danielle Lee Nook. Kiara J. Odoms. Carlo Ortega Reckamer. Rosemary Palacio Perez. Stephanie Marie Peak, summa cum laude with University Honors. Rachel Nicole Pfeiffer. Cheyenne Ray Rapuano. Veronica Kimberly Rice. Rachel Brianne Robinson, magna cum laude with University Honors. Fiorella Paula Rodriguez Moscaso, magna cum laude with University Honors. Brendan Mark Shriver. Jerry Esteban Suarez. Sarah Danielle Summers, magna cum laude. Jalen Wendell Surgeon. Ethan George Jiroji Kamani Tudor. Sean Wally. Tony Cheyenne Williams, magna cum laude with University Honors. Gabrielle Yang. Charlene Marcia Sawyer. Carrie Joy Brown, summa cum laude, H.K. Helms Award recipient. Henry E. Dendy. Sharon Shuffleman Foote. Nicole Danielle Gillowitz, summa cum laude. Brianna M. Gray. Shakur Dejon Heron. L.D. Trevino, summa cum laude. Richard Joshua Collins, cum laude. Trevor Lamar Davis. Taylor Maid Udi. Nathan Paul Hazy, cum laude. Darian Inaya Lee. Caitlin Selena Lindberg. Emily Elizabeth Mady, summa cum laude with university honors. Nini Ong Mien, magna cum laude. Benjamin Michael Watson. Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Science in Nursing please stand and approach the podium? Mr. Chair, on behalf of the faculty, I present the following candidates who have completed the requirements for the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Jonathan Marshall Adams, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Quinn Akins, summa cum laude with university honors. Holly Renee Aldridge. Kamari Naji Alexander. Doreen Aljakbir. Madison Jade Allen. Payne Grant Allison. Megan Elizabeth Emery. Amanda Huerta Angel. Kaylee Elizabeth Apicella. Maria Esmeralda Araniba Serva. Lauren Bree Arrington. Mary Catherine Atkinson. Oakley Jane Attaway, magna cum laude. Caroline Brooke Averett, magna cum laude. Brooke Ali Aites. Avery Allen Baker. Ariel David Balda. Brooke Marie Banner. Thomas William Barker, magna cum laude. Monica Lee Barlow. Sarah Brooke Barnhart, summa cum laude with university honors, H.K. Helms Award recipient. Zasha Zieria Barrett. Darian Armando Jesus Barone. Shannon Hope Beam, magna cum laude. Peyton Mackenzie Beavers. Alexandra Carol Beery, cum laude. Shelby Dawn Benton. Lacey Cerilia Belletto, magna cum laude with university honors. Douglas Edward Bittner. Jonathan Tyler Black. Amanda Jean Caitlin Blackburn. Emily Jane Blayton. Malik Bledsoe. Charlie Rebecca Bodwell. Kayla Dawn Borner, magna cum laude. Kobe DeMarcus Brinson. Kyle Joseph Brott. Erin Nicole Brooks, magna cum laude. Cassandra Elizabeth Brown. Hayden Blair Brown. Justin Matthew Brown. Alexander Emerson Birch. Zane Michael Birchfield. Matthew Willard Burwell. Elizabeth Marie Butner, magna cum laude. Adriana Michelle Byerly. Gabriella Carmela Calinendo. Lauren Drusilla Campy, magna cum laude. Bethany Dana Campbell. Javier Enrique Canawati Escobar, magna cum laude, university honors. Lex Carter. Christina Casanella Martinez, cum laude. Diana Chapp. Connor Joseph Clark. Allison Lee Clayton, magna cum laude. Autumn Hope Clemens, magna cum laude. Sydney Reagan Cobb. Malia Demir Khan. Philip Maximilian Coles. Alexandria Lynn Collins. Malia Noel Cook. Tequila Jakisha Cornish, cum laude. Dalton Hugh Cox. Jared Thomas Cox. Michael Joseph Crisafulli. Michael Andrew Crossman. Christopher Sebastian Cruz. Jose Luis Cruz. Reese Daniel. Kenneth Antoine Davis, Jr. Sabrina Kelsey Davis. Kiana Chantel Davis Hill. Maria Angelica de la Cruz. Jeremy Allen Dixon. Leanne Nicole Domotrovitz, cum laude. Erin Elizabeth Drone, magna cum laude. Jillian Nicole Dunn. Shelby Jean Dworick, magna cum laude. Caroline Dwyer. Adam Wesley Earnhardt. Lacey Danielle Edgerton, cum laude. Tatum Ann Edwards, summa cum laude. Andrew Osashi Elliott. Allison Page Elms. Allison Page Eskridge. Iniqua Etienne. Nathaniel Putnam Evans, magna cum laude. Gabrielle Bentley Fleischle. Angel Flores. Casey Nicole Folks, cum laude. Jessica Lynn Frampton, magna cum laude. David J. Franco. Sarah Marie Freeman. Simone Monique Freeney. Megan Brooke Gallimore. Chloe Elizabeth Galloway. Hope Elizabeth Gamwell, magna cum laude. Maria Carmela Garcia Ayala. Gary Grant Gaynor. Saquana Diamond Mystique Kelzer. Myra Hill Argian. Caitlin Ann Gilligan. Sarah Helen Gilliland. Alyssa Rose Gimbel. Michaela Grace Go. Michael Glenn Gertzen II, summa cum laude. Kirby Dean Gooden. Terrence David Carter Grant. Amanda Rose Grauman. Matthew Ryan Gray, summa cum laude. Dustin Gruey. Connor Warren Krumbach. Constance De Leon Harrison Jr. Michaela Ruth Hammonds. Caroline Reese Hancock. Caitlin Marie Hanley. Anna Gordon Harbovich. Taraya Alicia Howe. Philip Stephen Harris. Sloan Mackenzie Harrison, magna cum laude. Natalie Page Hart. Jamarco Haskins. Christopher Seth Hastings. Phoebe Havenar, magna cum laude. Patches Danielle Hazelwood, magna cum laude with university honors. Taylor Ann Helms. Haiti Jasmine Hernandez. Katia Hernandez Larumbe. Astrid Violette Herrera Farman, cum laude. Corson Lee Hicks. Samantha Louise Hiller, magna cum laude with university honors. Hannah Christine Henson. Emily Grace Holbrook. Garrett Austin Holler. Sydney Madsen Holman, summa cum laude. Javon Sinclair Hopkins. Christina Danielle Hoppers. William George Horvath. Heather Nicole Hudson, magna cum laude. Taylor Francis Huey. Reagan Elise Honeycutt, cum laude. Amber Danielle Hutchins. Alexis Janae Inman. Victoria Lynn Irons, cum laude. Kimberly Ann Jacobs. Pablo Octavio Jara. Sophia Grace Jędrzejczyk. Christopher Wade Johnson, magna cum laude. Joseph Houston Johnson. Marie Elizabeth Johnson, summa cum laude with university honors. Joshua Allen Jones. Rebecca Danielle Jones. David Charles Keever. Michelle Leanne Kazaya, magna cum laude. Courtney Kennedy Kiley. Jacob Robert Colasar. Amanda Marie Kozarich Hasty, magna cum laude with university honors. Megan Elizabeth Krivsky, magna cum laude. Christina Lynn Kroger. Christian Isaiah Kyle. Aubrey Grace Laney. Kyle Adrian Lance. Paige Michaela Lassiter. Shasha Kiona Lawrence. Samantha Nicole Leatherman. Samantha Michelle Lev. Ariel Laviv. Relitza Liliana Lidge. Zachary Ross Little. Alex James Lorandi. Davis Andrew Llewellyn. Amarius Demond Logan. Don't hurt anyone. William Lizzie IV. Bethany Ayana Mack, University Honors. Maria Madsen, summa cum laude. Samantha Grace McGee, cum laude. Mackenzie Evelyn Maloney. Matthew Lewis Marks. Darius Shaquan Martin. Nicholas Martin, summa cum laude. Nolan Parks Martin. Ashe Monique Mason. Chastity Simone Mayfield. Mary Elizabeth McDevitt, cum laude. Lauren Chastity McDuffie. Taylor Leanne McKenzie. Danielle Thomas McRaney. Courtney Lynn Medlin. Aeneas Marino Morales. Jack Mackenzie Lewis Miller. Shreyas Japrakash Modi, magna cum laude. Caitlin Rose Monet, cum laude. Kimberly Michelle Moore. Sean Michael Morin. Yulissa Morin Hernandez. Taylor Lee Morton. Brian Jaquez Muckelveen, Jr. Hannah Brooke Mullis, summa cum laude, H.K. Helms Award recipient. Rovarashe Muzindi, magna cum laude. Aaron Christopher Nanny. Domenico Matteo Napoleano, University Honors. David Van Nash. Roderick Darrell Neal, Jr. Alexandria Marie Nelson, University Honors. John Michael Neville. Slater David Nolan, magna cum laude. Jadozi Obuchair. Anicia Celine Ocasio. Milagros Natalie Ogutu. Ryan Patrick Omerad. Alex Malia Axendine. Erica Noel Pacello, summa cum laude. Juan Antonio Pagan Gonzalez. Geraldine Magali Palacio Perez. Felissa Honora Palmer. Evan Samuel Parker, cum laude. Catherine Lee Parker, magna cum laude. Tashina Shanice Parker. Janine Michelle Parrish, magna cum laude. Anna Maria Patino, summa cum laude. Melanie Jane Patrick, magna cum laude. Christopher Kenneth Paul, cum laude. Chanel Nicole Paldo. Julia Grayson Pekka. Natalie Suzette Penninger. Matthew Charles Penland. Diana Perdomo, cum laude. Dreana Amoni Perry Brown. Chloe Leanna Ferris, summa cum laude with university honors. Lauren Danielle Farr. Ariane Pierre. Diana N. Pina. Austin Thomas Pitsley. Josie Ruth Poindexter. Madeline Sophia Pope, summa cum laude with university honors. Ekaterina Popov-Tropina. Taylor Rebecca Powell, cum laude. Daniela Melissa Prado, cum laude. Caitlin Rose Purser, university honors. Hayden Query. Hamza Shuja Rafiq, cum laude. Peyton Rain Rajat. Celestia Renee Randolph. Eric Fernandez Raniel Silva, magna cum laude. Jonah Timothy Rape. Kyle Jameson Rape, magna cum laude with university honors. Jenna Carol Reed. Justice Reeves. Janie Michelle Richardson. Courtney Anita Robinson. Rachel Renee Robinson, University Honors. Karina Rodriguez. Maria Elena Rodriguez Nolesco. Daniela Maria Rodriguez. Brittany Lee Rowland. Savannah Noel Rowland, summa cum laude, H.K. Helms Award recipient. Wyatt Austin Rowell. Elizabeth Lee Rubsom. Kylie Marie Russell. Allison Dawn Santana. Ashley Cecilia Santiago. Tanika Rose Santos Maxwain, cum laude. Naomi Alma Sapp, magna cum laude. Meredith Haley Saunders, cum laude with university honors. Megan Marine Schildmeyer, summa cum laude. Ricardo Antonio Segura. Zachary Dixon Sharp. Janelle Corin Shipatovsky. Delaney Sarah Smith. Kira Lee Smith, cum laude. Rodney Rashad Smith. Sean Michael Smith. Sarah Grace Benson Snipes. Michaela Quinlan Sockwell, cum laude. Victor Spaggieri. Nicholas Andrew Sparacino. Amber Dawn Sparks. Michaela Olivia Sprinkle. Ivan Shockley Stewart. Jonay Marie Stewart, cum laude with university honors. Jaquise Taheem Stokes. Jarrett Brian Stowe. Christopher Cage Sumrall. Matthew Lee Swanson. Elizabeth Jane Swenson, summa cum laude. Jordan Lee Tenavich. Ann Tribby Taylor, cum laude. Sydney Alexis Taylor, magna cum laude. Thomas Harrison Taylor. Hannah Marie Teague, summa cum laude, H.K. Helms Award recipient. Courtney Lynn Thomas, cum laude. Robert Hamilton Thomas. Christy Marie Thompson. Gianna Desiree Thompson. Michael Dylan Thulin. Sarah Mackenzie Thurman. Lakin Camille Tucker, cum laude. Austin Lee Turgeon. Michaela Lynn Turner, summa cum laude. Brian Thomas Turney, magna cum laude. Madeline Kate Tutterow. Emily Rose Tyler. Kyle Dylan Tysinger, cum laude. Catherine C. Ujua, magna cum laude with university honors. Alana Faith Underwood, summa cum laude. Hannah Van Horen. Betsy Lynn Vaughn. Tatiana Valesquez. Maria Vergara. Jacob Austin Vickers. Tyler Nicholas Wallace. Cameron Eric Walser, magna cum laude. Chase Alexander Ward. Megan Leanne Watson, cum laude with university honors. Rachel Widener. Wyatt Wiesman. Taylor Renee Wells. Brittany Alicia White, cum laude. Morgan Taylor Whitesides. Lane Garrison Wildman, magna cum laude. Caitlin Cheyenne Wiles. Kelly Marie Wiles. Chandler Dalton Williams, summa cum laude with University Honors, H.K. Helms Award recipient. Joshua Harwood Williams. Taylor Nicole Williams, magna cum laude. Robert Dahl Williams, Jr. Venetia Rochelle Wilshire. Janice Norshelle Wilson, magna cum laude. Macy Nicole Wise. Tanisha Shanae Witherspoon, cum laude. Stephen Scott Wofford, Jr. Lana Delinovna Yakimov, cum laude. Lucas Yatsugufu, summa cum laude, H.K. Helms Award recipient. Hannah Michelle Ziegler. Brianna Lynn Baker, cum laude. Jessica Cabrera. Heather Nicole Carter. Natalie Nicole Clayton. Stephanie Dawn Davenport, magna cum laude. Melissa Emily Giblin. Abby Ann Green. Alex Sean Hamilton, magna cum laude with University Honors. Amanda Lynn Harrison. Madison Jean Hobson. Leah Michelle Honeycutt. Alyssa Inge Huntley, magna cum laude. Kelly Nicole Jennings. Abigail Sarah Labiche. Jessica Kaylin Leonard. Erin Michelle Newton. Ashley Marie Pennell. Paula Marie Rodriguez. Polina Vladimirovna Tarin. Gaoja Yang. Kayla Dawn York, magna cum laude.
Will the class of 2019 please rise? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Wingate University, and in recognition of your completion of all the requirements for your degree, I hereby confer on you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Liberal Studies, Bachelor of Music Education, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Engineering, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with it. Now, by turning your tassel from the right to the left, you signify your transition from student to graduate. Faculty, family, and friends, the class of 2019, please join our graduates by standing as you are able for the benediction.
Let us pray. Dear God, thank you for blessing each graduate here with the privilege to obtain higher education at Wingate University. As we walk out of here today, filled with the knowledge that has been revealed to us over the past few years, may that knowledge be accompanied by wisdom in order to lead us to use it for purposes that enhance goodness in every situation. Please help us to see the light in the hard times of life and to know that when hard times arise, we have opportunity for growth. The unconditional, perfect love you have for us is more filling than anything we may treasure in life. Please help each of us to lean on that love in the good times and bad, and to continually allow it to flow through us each day of our life. Lord, you knew us before we even entered this world, and you have created each of us with purpose. Please help us to see ourselves and one another more and more like the way you see us, not by our race, gender, social standing, or job title, but by our hearts. May we remember that each and every person that walks this earth is cherished by you and made in your image. Please help us to be reflections of that love and truth. Let us not fear the future, but walk with boldness and confidence as we trust that you're in control of each day ahead of us. Amen.